You are listening to the AHO Radio Network with Outlier host John Krotec. My name is Jason Freebird Freeman, former professional boxer and mixed martial artist, cage fighter. On this special series, John and I will be discussing 4 boxing punches that helped shape my life. The jab, the cross, the hook, and the uppercut. If used effectively, these 4 boxing punches can shape your own life. Oh, by the way, my grandfather was Charles Manson, perhaps the most notorious cult figure in American history. I'll leave it at that. But thank you for listening to my story and supporting AHO Radio.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the AHO Radio Network. I'm John Krotec. This is the second one. Actually, it's number 6, but the second hook here with Jason Freebird Freeman, the grandson of Charles Manson, telling his story about when he does that. It freaks me out. But he's telling me that, we're talking about the story of overcoming personal hardships, legacies of our family, dark secrets, mistakes that we all make, personal responsibility, God, and everything. And when we finally become clear in what our path is in life, then we can move forward and for want of a better metaphor, bury the hatchet. We're in the hook stage of the life now, of the progression, which is hitting your target. And so let me recap real briefly. Don't let me take too long, but so we're jab, which is deciding to fight. The cross, dealing with your past. The hook is hitting your target. Jason's already come to grips with the Manson family name. He has come to grips with deciding to end the legacy of generations of more and more troubles. He spent a little bit of time in jail. He's worked his rear end off. He's winning all kinds of awards now. He's reached out to his granddad, and life looks good. And this part of the story is about hitting the target. And Jason told me straight up, he was now on a mission to become the best fighter around. And, he's got some certificates here. I don't know if we can show these, but these certificates he's real proud of. There you go. These are all mixed martial art certificates with his name on them, 2nd degree, 5th degree black belt. That's part of hitting your target, right, Jason? Tell us about that. Now you're on the road, man.
Right. So we're on this path where we're cleared the amateur career out, we're to being a professional fighter, and we're actually making money. We gotta travel. We have to train with the right people, and hitting my target became each year is a new target.
Yeah.
Each year.
So but the plan was to get better.
Each month. Yeah. The progression with any fighter is to not to stay in the same backyard and roll that yard. You need to get out. So I traveled Oklahoma, Wisconsin, Chicago, the West Coast.
How many total fights did you do? And
as an amateur, a little over 100. But like in all reality, to get ready for a fight in the ring, you fight more people just to get ready for that one fight outside the ring, training just to go in and fight. So
what I'm hearing is the fight game is not for – you have to be dedicated and committed.
Yeah.
And if you're not, and it's like that anything in life.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere.
Yeah. If you have a target that you want to hit and you need to know how to get there, put it on paper. Put your target on paper. Write your path out so then you have a path you can follow instead of just winging it. We can't wing life. We can wing life for maybe through our 20s into our 30s, but past that point, you need to have a game plan. And that's the focus point now, is having my target ahead of me and not missing anything and leaving nothing behind. Because if you got shame and regret, that'll replace a lot of things in your life on where you can go. It's just you don't make that choice.
Yeah, perfect the way you said that. And so you're hitting your target. You're in the stride, man. You're winning awards. You're going around the country fighting. You're winning tournaments. You're winning fights. You know, you couldn't have said it even better. You know, if you're playing around and you're not serious, sooner or later something's going to creep up on you. And without the plan, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, I can share with you right now, you know, as you are chasing your target, if you're looking at your vision, it's not always going to be the way you plan it. There will be hiccups, and I could share 3 of them with you. I failed 2 drug tests. I broke my hand 2 times. So that'll put you out. If you fail 1 drug test, that'll put you out for a year. And if you fail another one, that'll put you out for another year.
So you were actually still putting yourself back, and you said failed drug test. What was that for?
Marijuana.
Yeah. Gosh, you would think you'd want a fighter to smoke marijuana. I don't know.
Slow him down.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but so that, you know, so you pay again. You know it's a mistake, and you pay your price, and so you lost a couple of years of fighting because of that.
Yes. Yep. At least in the ring, progressing, having management or other organizations looking at you. So that took the vision and made that path even smaller, seeing that I couldn't have the right people in my corner. I couldn't have the right people directing me because of my choices.
Plus, you already said it too, how stubborn you are. I didn't say it. You said it.
Yeah.
Somebody else said it. Your granddad said how stubborn you are. So, you know, sometimes the more stubborn we are, the harder we fall, and we can continue to go back to that same thing over and over again. So
I call that the same backyard.
Yeah. And so, you know, so this led to some conflict with you. What were you thinking when you came up hot on a urinalysis test? What were you thinking? Or were you not thinking?
Well, that's the thing. I definitely had all the opportunity in the world sitting in front of me. I had a guy, if I would have beat this guy, I was going to bigger and better places. And I was worried the whole time about, after the fight, if I won, the piss test I would have to take. I was still trying to find ways around it so I could smoke. And it doesn't carry that much value. I mean, if you go to lose your life, maybe then you can give up all your strongholds or the things that hold you back that you don't want to let go of. But man, you know, job.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm going to ask you this. So you got Christ in your corner, right?
Yep.
You're a born again Christian.
Yep.
What are you smoking dope for, man?
I was still selling it.
You're still trying to hang on to that, aren't you?
Yeah.
And why? What's up with that?
Why? Well, it's hard to see anything else if that's the way you grew up.
So there's still a conflict then going on in your head.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it cost you. You know, you did your time, or you did the penalty again. And then did that lead to you getting out of the fight game, or what led to that?
The thing that led me out of the fight game was something that I had to come to find out myself.
And what was that?
That was when I was standing.
Come on, man. What happened?
Standing in my gym. Of course, it's my garage in the backyard.
Yeah.
That's how we trained. And I was wondering, when was it going to be my last fight? I was even praying, you know, when can I be done? Is my job done yet?
So you were looking for an exit strategy already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I loved it, but it wasn't something that was going to pan out as big as what I was hoping because of my choices. So when I'm standing in my gym and it's raining and my family's looking out the window.
What year was this?
Maybe 2010, where I'm wondering, I might have broke my hand that year. Something happened, a rib, where it slowed me down, and it really gave me time to think of who I had around me. We had a solid amateur fight team that was pulling from my family, pulling from my own fight career, and I was always trying to have a roof over everybody's head.
Yeah.
Who wanted to have that change in their life that I seen slowly while I fought and came up through the fight world. I felt like I had to.
You put all this tremendous pressure on yourself.
Yeah. There was never a downtime for me because I was either working my own business, trying to get ready for a fight. I was running 10, 11 o'clock at nighttime and then getting up at 5 and cranking the hours out for work. So I didn't have to go back to making illegal money. There has to be a way to not have to work in the black market to make ends meet.
Yeah. So you've got all these achievements. You've made a few more mistakes, and you're coming to this point in your life that you're probably going to have to hang up the boxing gloves.
Yes.
So what was the transformation like to finally get to that point, to where you realized that the fight game was not going to pay for itself, or it was going to continue to keep doing what it was doing and it wasn't going to pan out? Because it had already given you a lot. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
Fighting had already given, it was part of your spirit, but the sport itself gave you a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the sport, I look back now and it's my foundation. It's part of my foundation. It's how God's moved in my life. And that's how he's got me where I'm at now with the strength that I have on the inside of me.
Yeah, absolutely. And it led to the Frontline Warrior Community Outreach Center, which I know you're working hard on now, and it's starting to bear some fruit. And so maybe that's the transformation. You took all those skill sets. Not even maybe, that is the transformation.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Took all those skill sets and you decided to do something positive with it again. And which is interesting, Jason, because what I like about your story is that you have this ability to. You're like the yin and the yang, man. You're like. Mm-hmm. You're the grasshopper and spider, right? Sometimes you keep going back to the well, and so many of us do, but you still have this indomitable spirit. Maybe it is this fight game and the hook and the jabs that you continue to throw, but you have this indomitable spirit that you're tapping into to get you to that next step. You know what? And that next step, and we're going to talk a little bit about it in episode 7 and 8 with the uppercut, which is having the right people in your corner, which you've alluded to. Mm-hmm. And how important it is to have
a solid corner man.
Yeah, to help you through even the rough spots, because
yes,
Jason has the corner man of the universe, but sometimes it takes a physical force here on the planet to make things come to fruition. And so we'll talk about that 7 and 8. So what do you say, parting punches, on the hook? What do you say to the listeners about hitting your target?
Man, just don't give up. Cast that vision out there and think it, write it out, walk it out, and let it become true in your life. Don't stop walking it out. I have people that have asked me multiple times, Jason, you're a Christian, you're a God-fearing man. I said, yeah. Well, then why are you doing this, or why are you doing that? Well, the only thing I can say is I'm human, and I'm just thankful that God's working in my life, and He's working on me. So hitting our target, it takes work. It takes work. I'm not saying I got here in a 10-year span. It took me a lot of time to get to where I'm at now, and now I'm sharing what I've been through with hopes that a lot of people don't have to go through every step. And what you do is you collect strongholds that actually attach themselves to your feet, and they grow roots.
It's a great way of putting it, yeah.
So that's what we're working on doing. Let's just cut them roots away and get you off the canvas.
Awesome. And that's what we're doing. We're telling the story of overcoming personal traumas and stories of our lives. And we're through the hook now. Now we're going to the uppercut. And never give up. Impressive, brother. We'll see you in episode 7.
Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you for listening to my Decide to Fight story. My name is Jason Freebird Freeman, the grandson of Charles Manson. I hope you join John and myself for another episode of Decide to Fight on AHO Radio. the place where we engage in real conversations without all the hype.